Hey, everybody. Happy Rally Day. My name is Stacy Vincent. I am a goal leader with Young Living, like the rest of y'all. I've been with Young Living for 4 years, and I have intentionally been building a business with Young Living for a little over 2 years. And Dr. Alicia, thank you for the opportunity to share about organizing my day, getting my IPAs organized, and getting it all done. This is a topic that I appreciate the confidence that Dr. Alicia has in me to share about this. The reason that I have to have a plan is because I'm a very blue personality. If you are a blue personality, please put that down in the comments. I want to celebrate with my fellow blues. I'm around 40% blue, and so if I don't have a schedule, I just kind of go wherever the squirrels carry me, the birds, whatever. I go a lot of different directions. So when I started my business with Young Living, I was working full-time as a nurse educator and planning a large event in my area, as well as a artisan within that event that was coming up. So when I started this, my schedule was full, very full. And so I really just fell into creating a business with Young Living based on this little book that's on my hat. I thought that was fitting to wear today. And I honestly, back then, I thought when I was preparing for today, I thought I would look back to when I was doing all of that, because now I do this full time. And what did that look like, and how did I get it all done? And I still use a lot of those tools now because I still need a schedule, because if I have too much of a wide open time period, I will not get the things done. I will just get sidetracked super easy. So looking back to when I was working a full-time schedule, whew, guys, if you're in that place, I feel you. I still remember that day, those days. I will tell you that I worked in the cracks of the time. So I didn't do a full 2 hours or 3 hours of work at one time, or even an hour. I literally would work. I would make calls on my way home. I would follow up, reply to texts during lunch. I would watch a training video during lunch. If I was walking somewhere for an appointment, I was listening to messages. I may or may not have brought my phone into the bathroom on occasion to work in that crack of time. Not when I'm on the bath, not sitting on the commode. But I will say that I definitely worked in the cracks of time. And I also, once I realized the business I was growing, I realized what my why was. And my vision board is actually, you can see it behind, I guess it'd be to my left if you're looking at me. I'm not really sure. You see it back there, big board next to the oils. And so a big part is knowing why we are doing this. Why are you doing this? And I could talk a whole lot just about that and your 7 levels of why. Reach out to me if you want to know what that's all about. But really understanding what your why is and be passionate about it. As far as organizing, you have to have, no matter what your personality is, and I have notes here, you need to understand what an IPA is and what it's not. I call them IPA versus pseudo IPAs. So an IPA is an income producing activity. That falls into 3 categories. Helping somebody eventually to become a member and have a wellness journey with you. Helping somebody get on Essential Rewards to start switching and ditching and understanding how that all works. Helping somebody to learn how to share Young Living with those in their circle, because we don't know those in their circle. And we want everybody in the world to have Young Living essential oils in their homes. And so in order to be able to do that, everybody needs to be sharing. So that's what IPAs relate to. So when you think of something and wonder if it's an IPA or not, income producing activity, decide how it lines up with those 3 things. And if it doesn't, it's a time waster. So some pseudo IPAs, a big one I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to go through a long list, but the biggest one, scrolling social media, thinking you're going to find somebody who's sick who you can reach out to about the oils. That's time suck. Guys, it is going to suck you into this hole for like an hour or 2. You're not going to be able to get out of it. So no scrolling. Scrolling is not an IPA. IPAs mean reaching out to your members just to connect with them and see what's going on with them and say hello and say thank you. Oils will come up in those conversations. Of course, you want to make sure you can serve them and help them in any way. But really just building those relationships is crucial, whether by text, by phone, by email, whatever way they prefer to be contacted. Having lists. So it's really important. One of my cross-line calls it having future family, her future oily family names written down. So you want to make sure you have a list of 100 people that you would love to have oils in their lives. Don't even overthink it. Just make a list. So if you don't have 100 people listed, that's something that you want to go ahead and do. You want to have 100 people that you're always in your mind thinking about intentionally that these would help them, or that the income might help them, or the community. Like, it's not always about income for people. You need to find out what's important to people. So having at least 100 names written down. So go do that after this weekend if you have not done that already. So having a list somewhere, that might be, if you are a very green personality, that might mean a spreadsheet, that might mean a little notebook. I have a bullet journal. I actually have mine written down, typed out on a Trello board so I can move them. Another topic, another day. Google Trello, Trello, but setting that up is not an income producing activity. But that's just how I organize. I'm very visual. So I do a lot of my list making on Trello and within my little red book here. Having a way to track your members and your contact with them. Did you know that on the Young Living site, on each person's name, your list of members, you can click on it and there's a notes section. So I keep my notes there, and that way I don't have to worry about if I'm on a paid service of some sort and I get off of it, having to transfer those notes. I don't have to worry about sticky notes being all over the place. I may take notes when I'm with them in my little journal here, and then I will transfer over there. But again, I have a Trello board list of, I'm still adding to it, of my members, because I have 100 personally enrolled right now. So I'm working on that. The other way you can do that is funnel your focus. Is an amazing way to keep track of your members. I did that initially, and then I transitioned away, but my Trello board still goes by those topics. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I have 10 minutes, and this is a big topic for 10 minutes, so please pardon me. But funnel your focus is a great way when you're starting out, and it may be the way that you continue long down your journey with Young Living. But for me, I transferred that over to Trello. Whatever way it is, make sure you have lists. Make sure you have your weekly plan down somewhere. So I do a weekly plan. I have my calendar on my computer and on my phone. They talk to each other. But then I always do a week plan like this in my bullet journal, and it has a section for each day. I have all of my appointments written for each day, and then I have the tasks that I want to or need to get done that day. And my lighting just went really wonky, which was really odd. So make sure that you have down, because I don't have it written down, it's not going to get done. I'm just going to squirrel and it's not going to get done. So like today, I actually had this to record tomorrow, and I thought I'm going to get it out of the way today because tomorrow something might get in the way of it. So let's just get her done, right? That's the other thing. Let's talk about getting the frogs done. So I want you to learn to eat that frog. Eat that frog means, what is that thing that you're procrastinating against doing? What is that thing that overwhelmed you to think about? And put it at the top of your list for your next day and get it done. It can be anything. Whatever that thing is that weighs on you and makes you almost be in a panic because you haven't done, that you don't like to do. Is it picking up the phone to follow up with 10 members? What is that exactly that causes you to be a little tad stressed that you need to just go ahead and tackle? So that's called eat your frog. Get it done early, get it done first in the day, and then it's over with. Learn what IPAs are. If you do not know what IPAs are, there's a few resources I have for you. A free one is grow, period, GROW dot. One of us that are in there can add you in there. Now, do not go scrolling and reading every single post. There's a ton of information in there, guys. It is meant to be a tool. I tell people, go in, search for what you want, and get out, because you're going to get stuck in there and it's going to suck you in, because there's tons of great information in there. But it's all free. But they have a daily abundance and IPA post each day, and I like to do that almost every day. I use my abundance oil. I go through her steps that she has listed. It just takes a few minutes. Write down what I'm grateful for in my grateful journal, and I start my day. Grow Workspace is a paid service. I am grandfathered in for $4.95 a month. Now I want to say it's $14.95, but there's class material, there's business building information. I think there might be a free trial. I'm not definite on that, but they have a whole IPA calendar. Pretty sure, yeah. So this is what it looks like. So it has each day of the month and gives you suggestions of what to do that month or that day for your IPA. So that's really good. But that is also not free. The other option, and there's a lot of other things out there, is Propel. Propel, doing a study of Propel with a group is amazing for building a business with Young Living. And they, Nicole Perez is the author of that, and she has a section just for IPAs. But really, many of us can share with you what some IPAs are. We absolutely can. If it's a thing for you to do, time blocking is very helpful. Just blocking out a certain amount of time, say 10 to 12 in the morning, is going to be the time that you reach out to your future families and out to your members. You know, that maybe that's going to be the time you block out. And then say 12 to 2 might be if you're homeschooling. Time working with the kids on homeschooling. 2 to 4, maybe more business time. I don't do very well sticking to time blocking, honestly. I do much better just having my list in here, knowing what I need to get done, and promising myself I'm going to get at least the 3 things that I start as the top 3 things for that day done before I go to bed at night. And sometimes that means I'm off a little later because I need to conquer it. The last thing I'll leave you with is you've got to get rid of the noise. If you are going to focus on hunker down for a period of time. Now, some of you all may do these in just 5 and 10 minute blocks in the cracks of time. Some of y'all may want to get IPAs knocked out in an hour or 2 hour block of time. In that case, I strongly recommend, I left my phone in the other room, which is a really good thing, grabbing your mobile devices, turning on vibrate, and throwing them in the other room. Taking Facebook, unless you are interacting on Facebook to connect with your future families or your members, turn Facebook off of your computer. Turn your computer on silent. If you don't need your computer for what you're doing, which many of us do, shut the darn thing off, close it. You need to knock out the distractions. If you have somebody in the family that's got a TV running, a lot of times Mark has the TV running, I throw my earbuds in and I don't even necessarily have to have anything playing in it, but at least if they're on, he knows I might be working and I don't hear as much. It muffles what's going on around me. Because again, with the blue personality, I squirrel very easily, so I have to be focused. I hope this has been really helpful for you all. Dr. Alicia, I hope this is what you had hoped for me to share. Again, 10 minutes. I think I went over by a couple, and I apologize. But again, it's kind of a big topic. So reach out to me if you have any questions. Feel free. I think this is going to be posted in the group, so feel free to put comments down below if you'll tag me to it, so I make sure that I see if it's a question or something that you want to make sure that I see, because it's going to be a busy weekend. I'm here in Charlotte at the rally, and we have, I think, 30 or more of my members going, so it's going to be a really busy weekend. But on Sunday, I'm sure I'll be vegging out a little bit and can follow up with your questions. I'm so excited that you guys got to be a part of this rally online, since you weren't able to be at one in person. I hope it's going to be an amazing day. I am praying for everybody that you just, oh gosh, grasp the amazingness of this company and the amazingness of this opportunity that I didn't know the first 2 years really was there. So I'm very passionate about people knowing that it is a thing, and it is an amazing thing. So glad y'all are here. Thank you for taking time out of your weekend to be a part of this rally. And y'all have an amazing rest of your rally. Bye.